Today I'm going to be giving you guys the best post-scoring moves, pull-up jumpers, dunk packages, and best layup packages for all heights and builds in NBA 2K26. But before we get into the video, man, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe and turn on the noties. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start off with the 6'4", though, so we're going to start off with the go-to shots. All right, so going over go-to shots, Darius Garland is actually my favorite go-to shot right now. It is very shifty and gets you tons of space. If you guys do not get Darius Garland, don't be worried. There is some other options that you guys have here. As you can see, this is for a 78 midi. I'm not going to lie, though. If your build does not have a 78 midi, as a 6'4" and underguard, you might need to make a new build. But we do have Jalen Green as well, which is a 78 midi. So this is also going to be for builds under 6'10". So for all of my, 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" stretches, you guys can use Jalen Green as your go-to shot as well. But we will get to that. So Jalen Green is a great secondary option, as well as Darius Garland. Now there is a few other good go-to shots. If you guys get Donovan Mitchell, this is another phenomenal go-to shot. We're able to attack and get to that midi jump shot very easily, and also speed boost out of this and attack the rim for a dunk. Another great one is Malik Monk, but I do believe this is actually a starter for animation, so if you're not a starter for, don't worry about Malik Monk. But the go-to shot that we're going to be using here is going to be Darius Garland. Up next, we have dribble pull-ups. Now, there are tons of good dribble pull-ups in the game. Pro 2 is the go-to that everyone has been using from the jump. I mean, everybody just loves Pro 2. It's been in 2K 4 years, so if you're not using Pro 2, definitely try that out. But I'm going to give you guys a couple more options here. You guys can also use a normal 2 as a dribble pull-up. A lot of people do use normal 2. We saw Ticino using it for a very long time. But Pro 2 is the fastest by far. If you guys don't like any of those animations, you guys can go to Devin Booker. Devin Booker is another. You guys can utilize Devin Booker if you don't like Pro 2. Devin Booker is another great pull-up animation for the guards. I think it's a lot more smooth than Pro 2, but it's just not as fast. All right, so up next for spin jumper, we are going to be using Kyrie Irving. Now, this is the most vicious spin jumper in this game. As you can see, you get loads and loads and loads of space. So definitely make sure you guys utilize Kyrie Irving as your spin jumper when going through your scoring moves. There really isn't another good spin jumper in the game. I'm not gonna lie, if you don't get Kyrie Irving, there's absolutely no point in utilizing spin jumpers in NBA 2K26. There's a lot of good hop jumpers in this game, so I'm actually just gonna give you a few options here, and you guys can decide which one you wanna use. The very first option is going to be Devin Booker. This hop jumper is absolutely butter. It is very smooth and easy to time. I will say it doesn't give quite as many ankle breakers as some of the other hop jumpers that I'm going to be giving you. The next hop jumper we're going to be going to is going to be Trey Burke. Actually, this is the Ticino special. This is the hop jumper that he's been using since literally 2K19, okay? It is a very good hop jumper, obviously. Gets a tons of ankle breakers. You also create a lot of space, but there's a few more good hop jumpers in this game. Another great hop jumper to use is going to be Keon Ellis. This one has a wonderful snatchback animation out of it that gets loads of ankle breakers. You are going to have your defender stumbling over and over and over again with Keon Ellis. Now, the last hop jumper that I'm going to be giving you guys is going to be Tyler Herro. Now, this is a phenomenal hop jumper. It works for any build under 6'10". Definitely try out Tyler Herro if you haven't tried it. All right, now we are on to dunk styles. So for this, I have to go to the dunk style creator, and we're just going to go over everything for all ratings, because you guys have different dunk ratings for different builds. This build I'm on currently has a 93 driving dunk, so I have the nutty ones, but I'm still going to give you guys the animations for the people that don't have really good dunk packages. So up first, we got the basic one-handers off 2 we're going to want to be able to equip. This is for 45 driving dunks, so almost all of you guys will have that. Then we have hangs off of 2, so this is going to be fist pump rim pulls. This is 60 driving dunk, 40 vertical. Make sure you guys go ahead and throw that one on as well. That's going to do it for the 2-foot moving dunks. Up next, 1-foot moving dunks. Basic one-handers off 1 is a must. We also get the athletic one-handers off 1 because we have a 75 driving dunk. Then for the hangs, we're going to be equipping the hangs off 1 and athletic hangs off 1. Then obviously quick drops off 1 is a phenomenal dunk package. And then tomahawks. We're going to be equipping the uber athletic tomahawks off 1 because those are just insane, bro. You literally touch the moon when you dunk the ball. Now for standing dunks, we don't get a lot of stand dunks on this build because we are not taller than 6'5". So don't really worry about 6'5" standing dunks. Now we're on to the signature dunk packages. There's quite a few good ones here, man. You still have the wonderful Vince Carter packages where he does the 360s and he takes off from the rim. So you guys could throw on the Vince Carter. Anthony Edwards has a lot of phenomenal good dunks in it as well. Most of his stuff is pretty much unblockable. So if you get this dunk package, definitely equip Anthony Edwards. And we still have the wonderful Zach LaVine one-handed animations. All these are crazy. Throw on that Zach LaVine. And then CJ McCollum is a great one, has a lot of unblockables in it. We could throw on the Michael Jordan dunk package to get the free throw line dunks and the fast break. And then T-Mac has very, very aggressive unblockable dunk packages as well. But that's basically going to do it for our dunk packages. Now for our layups, we're just going to be throwing on the LaMelo Ball layup packages. I love all of these for the default layup normal. Now for our reverse layups, the one focus here is just athleticism and creating space, and Zach LaVine does that phenomenally. So we're going to be using the Zach LaVine reverse layup. Now for my floater, we are actually going to be using the Jordan Poole animation. This seems to be the easiest to time so far as floaters go. They're remotely all the same, so you can't really miss with the floater animations. Then for my layup scoop, we're going to be using Steph Curry. For my layup Euro step, we're going to be keeping on this Ja Morant because he puts the ball behind his back, and I like the fact that I can get stun animations out of it. Then for my layup hop step, we're going to be using the Jordan Poole animation as well. Layup spin, this is going to stay on Ja Morant. Post fade, we are able to get the pro post fade here. We do not get Pascal Siakam, so we're going to be using the pro post fade. Post hook, we basically get every post hook in the game, so we can go in and throw on Joel Embiid. For my post top shot, we're going to be putting on Devin Booker. For my post go-to shot, we don't get a lot on this height, so we're going to be going with Jimmy Butler here. All right, let's go ahead and go on to heights taller than 6'5". So we're going to go to 6'5" to 6'10". All right, so now we're on to scoring moves from 6'5" to 6'10". If you guys want my jump shot, like I said, man, that video is on my channel. Up first, we're going to be talking about go-to shot. Now, Kevin Durant is one of the best ones in the game, if not the best. So definitely utilize Kevin Durant here. You do get the option of Julius Randle, which is pretty good to speed boost out of that initial move. But I like Kevin Durant the best as it allows you to go to the rim or let the animation play through and do a dribble pull-up. Now for dribble pull-ups, I'm going to be using Michael Porter Jr. here. Now, there is a couple other phenomenal options that a lot of people are using. Most people use normal too, believe it or not. It actually has some great animations, but I really got used to Michael Porter Jr., so I'm going to be using MPJ as well. Now, I did hit starter 4, so I have the option of using Tyler Herro, and this one's pretty good as well. I'm not going to lie. These three you can't really go wrong with. It's really all personal preference. So either normal 2, Tyler Herro, or Michael Porter Jr. All right, so up next, we're going to talk about spin jumpers. I currently use Kevin Durant. Kyle Kuzma is the other best option, believe it or not. But this is a good one. I mean, the problem with spin jumpers in this game is they just really don't create a lot of space. So it's honestly only utilized when I'm in a screen animation and I know both of the people hit the screen, so I'm able to actually get to my spin jumper. But Kyle Kuzma is by far the best for builds under 6'10". All right, so now we are on to hop jumpers. Now, there is quite a few good hop jumpers in the game. As you can see, I've got the 4 here that I like the most. So we've got Kevin Durant, which is pretty good. It gets a lot of ankle breakers. Then we also have Harrison Barnes, which is by far the smoothest. Okay, this jump shot is very easy to time as far as hop jumpers go. And then Dylan Brooks, I actually lost to a guy in the 2s court who was using this, and I couldn't get a contest on him. I'm not going to lie. Like, for some reason, this one creates so much space, but you don't even see it in the animations. So definitely give Dylan Brooks a try. And then starter 4, we do get this Tyler Herro one, which is very glitchy. So if you guys haven't tried out Tyler Herro, go for it, man. After that, we're on to dunk style. So I'm going to give you guys all the best animations that I get on this build. I don't really get a lot of good animations. It's only 74 driving dunk in this build. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I get. And then we'll talk about the ones that I don't get that you can still utilize. So I do get basic one-handers off 2, which I'm going to put on. And we also do get that fist pump rim pulls animation, which is very good as well. And then for basic, we get the basic one-handers off 1. And then we do get athletic hangs and hangs off 1. So we're going to equip those 2 as well. And then for standing dunks, I will eventually get the 2-hand under basket stand dunks. So I'm going to make sure I equip that. All of these stand dunks are really good, though. If your build does get them, you should utilize them. And then for dunk packages, I don't utilize any of these myself, but DeMar DeRozan is a very good one because of the reverse animation. And then Kevin Huerter, believe it or not, is actually very good, as well as CJ McCollum. So make sure you guys equip those 3 on your build. All right, so now we are in a layup normal. I'm just going to put on Paul George. My layup is going to be default swing. My layup floater is actually Paul George as well. Very simple and easy to time. My default swing is going to be layup for the quick scoop animation. My layup Euro step is default swing as well. My layup hop step is default swing, and my layup spin is going to be default swing. Now we are on a post fade animations. We don't get a lot of great post fades on this, but we do get the Pascal Siakam one, which is my favorite. So we're going to be using Pascal Siakam as well. Post hook is actually to be Kevin Huerter, but you guys probably do not get that because you are not starter 4 yet. So throw on that Joel Embiid if you don't have it. Post top shot's going to be Kobe Bryant. Shout out to my boy Kobe, man. Rest in peace. Post go-to shot is going to be Pro 2. We don't get a lot of good post go-to animations at this height, but that animation is actually kind of nutty. We get a little like push forward animation to activate, which is almost like a 50 push out of the post go-to shot, which we could actually cancel if we wanted to. Now let's go ahead and jump to our last height. All right, so now we're going to talk about builds that are 6'10 and taller. I'm currently on my 7'4 crafty post scoring stretch, so I'm going to show you the animations. I use all of these animations on all builds that are 7'4 on anything 6'10 or taller. Even on my 6'11, I'm using these animations, so you can't go wrong here. All right, so for my scoring move, we're going to be using the go-to shot that is Kevin Durant. Now, Julius Randle is a great one as well. Julius Randle is actually a very good go-to shot. You're able to get a cross launch out of the animation, as you can see when it starts to go to the right. So you guys could try that one as well. But I like the Kevin Durant one because it actually does get you open on that little hesitation dribble move and allows you to get a nice little dribble pull-up from the mid-range shot when you're going to the right. So if I activate it going to the left, I'm able to get a phenomenal midi jump shot or even speed boost out of that animation as well. The next scoring move we're going to talk about is dribble pull-ups. Now, a lot of people are using the normal 2 animation. Now, normal 2 has been around for a very long time. A lot of guards actually use normal 2. Last year, it has a phenomenal animation going to the right. I do not like the animation when it goes to the left. It makes him kind of bend his legs backwards, and I feel like it's really hard to time. And you also do get some pretty bad pull-ups when you're trying to front fade with normal 2. So I actually found a new animation that I've been using if you guys have been watching my streams on my 7'4 stretch. Now, the new animation that I'm going to be using is actually Michael Porter Jr. So Michael Porter Jr. has a very easy to time animation going to the left and right. It doesn't have a very good front fade like pull up, just like normal 2. But I do feel like that is just the overall struggle when you're using builds 6'10 or taller. But I mean, if you guys have watched my YouTube streams or my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/Hollywood, I don't miss, okay? We are currently doing a video where we're doing Road to 1 million VC. And if you guys want to be in that video, all you got to do is catch a live stream, find a streak, and invite me to the park. I will come play with you against the streak. And we will get that VC, and you will be in a YouTube video. So all you got to do, like I said, subscribe and come to the streams, man. This Michael Porter Jr. jump shot, though, or dribble pull-up is the truth. Everybody has been asking me for it, and I haven't posted it anywhere yet. So here is me giving it to you guys, man. Make sure you guys put on Michael Porter Jr. Okay, we're on to the next animation, which is Brooke Lopez for spin jumpers. We don't really get that many good spin jumpers. If you go to the animation store, being 6'10 or taller, like we get a decent one with Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Durant. And I'm not going to lie, I don't use these. So this is all personal preference for you guys. I would put on either Kevin Durant or Brooke Lopez, though. There's not really any good spin jumpers for 6'10 or taller, and you're kind of wasting your time. I'm going to be real. Like all you really get out of the spin jumper is a shot that's probably going to get contested. So we're on to hop jumpers now. This is definitely something you want to pay attention to. This Dirk Nowitzki hop jumper gets a lot of space and you break ankles with it, right? It is nasty. There is so much space that gets out of it going to the left. And on top of that, going to the right, it is a very, very easy to time jumper. It's almost impossible to miss. Now, the left, you kind of got to get used to it. There's some really good ones out here, though, man. I'm just going to go through them real quick for you. Nikola Jokic is another really good one. It's pretty glitchy looking. If you're dribbling away from the rim and you actually activate a jump shot, you're going to get like a one-legged jump shot. And it's pretty tough. I'm not going to lie. There's some other good ones, like Kevin Durant kind of has that old like Ty Cino animation. It just doesn't get quite as much space. It's pretty good for getting ankle breakers. Pascal Siakam, kind of a basic one. Ankle breakers are pretty good out of it. But I will say Dirk Nowitzki is probably my favorite one as far as creating space and actually getting an open look. All right, so now we are on to dunk styles. Now, this build currently does not get all the dunk styles. I don't have an insane driving dunk or standing dunk, but I'm still going to show you guys all of the best animations overall. So if you happen to get any of these animations, make sure you equip them. Now, obviously, Athletic Hangs Off 2 is the only good animation off of 2. I'm going to be real with you guys. Don't use any other animation off 2. The basic big man off 2 isn't that bad because there actually is like a one-handed animation out of it that's pretty good. And then obviously all these contact dunks, you're going to want to make sure you equip those, but leave everything else on this page alone. Now, for 1 foot moving dunks, I'm going to show you all the good ones. Rim grazes off 1, great dunk. Basic basic one-handers off one. Great dunk. Then you got your hangs. You got hangs off one and athletic hangs off one. Those are the other two really good ones off of one. Obviously, make sure you equip all of your dunk packages. You guys could equip tomahawks. The sidearm tomahawks are funny looking. I mean, these are all like really cool, like uber athletics. You just do get blocked in those sometimes, and I like to stick with the unblockable stuff. Now, standing dunks, you can equip basically every single standing dunk in the game. For the most part, you really will activate the elite basket rim pools and the athletic ones. These basic ones really don't activate that much unless it's all you have. And then obviously equip your pro big man contact dunks and your elite big man contact dunks. And for the very last one, if you get Giannis, make sure you guys throw on that Giannis. Shaquille O'Neal, I only put it on this build because I literally don't get anything else. I like to have some spice in my build, but it's not the best dunk package. Karl Anthony Towns is a very fun dunk package for all my grinders. That animation from the free throw line is insane on a center. And then there's some pretty good ones as well, like Amari Stoudemire, which gets a really good high contact, and it has some phenomenal athletic reverses in it as well. All right, so layup packages. If you do get the Zion one, these are the best. I don't have a 70 driving layup yet on this. I will be upgrading that, but the Zion is the best for my tall centers. If you guys have Zion, make sure you guys equip that for everything. Jaren Jackson Jr. is kind of like a weird layup floater animation. He just kind of like a size up, but I usually just leave the default big because I like the Curry style animation that the default big gives you. Jokic is also a very good default floater. If you guys do get the Jokic floater style, your layup is just going to be default big for quick scoop, euro, and hop step, and your spin. Now we are onto the things that matter. So up first, we're going to talk about post fades. Now there are two good post fades in the game. There's Pro, which has been around for a long time, but there's actually a new one that is better than Pro. It is Pascal Siakam. This animation is pretty much uncontestable. If you get the back shoulder fade out of Pascal Siakam, nobody can stop you. The same back shoulder fade that kind of like everybody fell in love with that was in the Kevin Durant package. And he also has some really good other animations. They're all fairly quick, so they're going to be uncontestable if you accidentally activate the wrong animation. Now, like I said, though, if you don't like Pascal Siakam, make sure you throw on Pro or even Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki creates a lot of space, and you kind of lean away from the rim, so it looks pretty funny. Post hook, the best post hook isn't back. Joel Embiid is a very, very, very good post hook. It's fairly unstoppable, just like it was in the past. If you guys do get it, Kevin Huerter is a phenomenal animation as well, but this is for starter fours. So all of my get you starter fours, make sure you guys try it out, man. It's pretty much uncontestable. As you can see, this is actually insane. It's probably the best post hook I've ever seen them put in the game. And it's for a guy who's literally a pure sharp in real life. And there is no requirements. So you can literally have it on any build in NBA 2K26. For my post hop shot, I'm going to be using Dirk Nowitzki. Once again, all that space that you get out of it is phenomenal. I also like the animation that it takes it towards the rim, so I can pump fake that, and then do kind of like an up and under and get a stand dunk animation out of it. But for the most part, the post hops are very good. I really don't go to the post hop very much in this game because it is contestable if they time their jump. I prefer to just shoot that back shoulder fade off of a bump animation. Now we're on to post go-to shots. All these ones that I have in here are kind of weird. The Nikola Jokic one isn't that fun. I don't like doing post hooks, so I don't have it on. I like the Anthony Edwards because I'm able to get into like a layup animation as well. T-Mac is glitchy. The problem with T-Mac is actually getting a rhythm shot out of it. If you guys shoot with square, you'll probably like this one a lot. But I personally rhythm shoot literally everything, so I haven't got T-Mac down yet. And then Dirk Nowitzki, man. We get another post fade out of it. This one's pretty easy to rhythm time. It's just very, very, very slow. So I don't recommend using it. But I would say Anthony Edwards and Tracy McGrady are my two favorite post go-to shots. Motion style, Damian Jones and Donovan Clingan, man. I love both of these motion styles. They kind of move the exact same as you can see, but any motion style that has like a default sprint kind of going out of it. As you can also see, the requirements for Damian Jones is actually higher for the speed animation. So I believe Damian Jones really is faster. And a lot of people say I'm moving insanely fast in this build. But if you don't get Damian Jones, throw in that Donovan Clingan. But that's basically going to do it for the video, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video. We will see you in the next one. It's been your Will Hollywood. Peace.